Hey y'all, this is Janna. So this video I'm mostly going to be focusing on my cats. Yes, I'm going to do the stereotypical woman thing. So let me give you a little backstory as to how we got the cats. So rewind to like January, early January. It's very cold outside. Well, me and my fiance, we decided, we're really tired. We're going to go to bed kind of early today. We ended up going to bed at like 7:30 that night. We woke up around 1:30, 2 o'clock. Came into the living room and was just doing our thing. Pretty sure we were watching YouTube. And then all of a sudden I just hear this meowing. And my heart is apparently on my sleeve. And I told him to go outside and I'd check on it. I was concerned. Well, as soon as he opens the door, I'm going to the fridge back here to go get something to drink. And this cat just comes bolting in through the door, runs straight into the fridge. Not a good decision, because it's not that much warmer in the fridge than it is outside at this point. And so, I take this very small kitten out of the fridge. And then as I'm doing that, another cat runs into the house. And we were like, okay, 2 cats, let's let them warm up a little bit. It's very cold. And we were just sitting around for a little bit. We gave them some soy milk. We're vegetarian. And the little one, the one that ran in the fridge, just would not be quiet. She kept screaming and screaming. Well, again, with the bleeding heart, I send fiance back out the door and I say, there's got to be something going on. Figure it out. And so he goes out there and he's like, there's another one. And I'm thinking, okay, this isn't too bad. At most, this will be like for the night, let them get warm, and then send them on the way in the morning. Well, it takes some work, but we get the third one in the house. And, we get them fed, get them warmed up. We all go to bed, because at this point we're all exhausted. And we're just laying there, going to sleep. I wake up periodically during the night, and every time I did, I was like a paranoid mom and just watched them. Make sure that none of them were destroying my house. And they slept like angels the first night. And in the morning, we woke up and we were like, okay, it's time to part ways. We let them in for the night and took care of them. So we open the door, they all go outside, and we're like, okay, we're probably going to see them around the park, but maybe not that often as I'd like. Well, I was wrong. It lasted for about 15 minutes, and then we heard a bunch of meowing outside the door. We opened the door, and all of them were like, can we come back? And so, the original 2, the first 2 that came in the previous night, they came back in, and the third one, yet again, decided, maybe I just don't want to go in the house right now. Well, my fiance's out there trying to get her out from underneath the trailer, and that didn't go over very well. So I got some, what I call government cheese. It's a special brand, which I'm not going to mention. But I got some of that out of the fridge, and I went out there, coaxed her out from under the trailer, snatched her up, and brought her in the house. Because I'm like, the little one's not going to let me have any sort of peace without having all 3. And so we leave them here with some more soy milk. We go to the store, we get the necessities, litter box, litter. This is the type of litter that I use. It's Litter Made, corn cob. It's nice. It's not that expensive. It's only like $5-6. It clumps really well. It took some getting used to for the cats. Mainly because they were like, I don't know what this is. This is not dirt. And they got used to it after a while. Now they're perfectly fine with it. Well, we come back from Kroger, because I love my Kroger. It's right around the corner. We come back and we get them all situated. you know, with food, water. I think they were happy for the water. They were not used to soy milk, that's for sure. But from what I've heard talking with my family, giving a very small kitten any kind of regular milk causes significant diarrhea, which I am glad I didn't force myself into. So, that's basically how we got them. This all happened over the course of like 12 hours. And I knew right away that these were going to be my cats. But I tried to convince my fiance, you know, we'll hang on to him for a couple months, wait till it gets warmer, try and find them a home. And that didn't really work. Speaking of, here's one of them. This is Joseph. He's my baby. He will probably be the star of most YouTube videos. See, he's my baby. Okay, go lay down. Where was I? So, we got back. We were taking care of them over the course of 12 hours. I was like, yeah, these are mine. And then my fiance was like, look, we can hang on to them for a couple months, but after that, they gotta go. We live in an RV. It is only 28 feet long. We don't have space for 3 cats. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. In my head, I was thinking, not gonna happen. I'll play your silly little game, but it's not gonna happen. Well, 4 days into this agreement, he was like, these cats are mine. I love them way too much to try and give them up now. I know one of them is a pain. Joe. Joe hates my fiance. I don't know what the deal is. But he was like, these are mine. I don't care what anyone says, these are mine. So we have 3 cats who have gotten significantly bigger in the time that we've had them. The littlest one, the one that ran in the fridge, her name is Jenny. She will appear at some point, I'm sure. She was only like this big whenever we first got her. Now she's at least half the size of her brother. And then the middle one, the one that was under the trailer that didn't want to come out, that's Tabitha. Well, Tabitha is my big girl. She will eat. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's Joe talking about Tabitha and how she eats. He will agree with you on pretty much anything when it comes to that. He tries to hide the food from her. The reason why I like cats, don't get me wrong, I love dogs. I've had dogs growing up all the time. But the reason I like cats is they're very self-sufficient. They don't really need a whole lot of extra attention. If they want attention, they're going to do, you know, anything to get in your lap. And, you know, they're really good cuddle buddies without taking up like a third of the bed. I say that, but they actually do take up a third of the bed because there's 3 of them. But I know some of y'all sleep with big dogs, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. But they're pretty low maintenance for the most part. As long as you give them a little bit of attention at first, they're fine. So, let's talk about earning a cat's trust. Jenny was very trusting off the get. She loved us. Just, I guess I have my heart on my sleeve, so does she. Quit being a little asshole. That was Joe. He attacked me. He does that. And yeah, that's pretty much Joe in a nutshell. Tabitha took months for us to earn her trust. And sometimes I still think that we don't have it all the way. She is very reclusive. She stays by herself. She's perfectly fine. For the first few months that we had her, she slept behind the couch. Now she just lays on the couch. So I guess she's gradually moving closer to us. It's taking a lot longer than I like, but that's okay. Well, cats and RV living. It is not cute. It is not fun most of the time. If you are trying to go, say, from the living room to the bathroom, I promise you, one cat is going to lay there and act like they are glued to the floor, and you will tell them to move, you will ask them nicely, you will attempt to pick them up. They will do what Joe does and try and, like, attach themselves to your foot. Be like, no, you're not going anywhere. Not right now. It takes, like, a solid 2 minutes to get to the bathroom when it should be, like, 30 seconds, tops. So my fiance said that we were only going to have one cat in this RV. That was before they all got here. And now that we have all of them, I think that we're both in agreement when we say we wouldn't trade it for anything. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to end this here. I will probably go into depth further in on maybe a future video. But thanks for sticking with me, y'all. See y'all next time.